Hello. I have heard so many people say, I can't journal. And so I'd kind of like to dispel that myth once and for all here today. And if you're one of those people who don't believe you can journal, then I hope you will take a few moments and stick with me and journal with me tonight or today, this morning, whenever you're listening to this. Just like anything that you've never done before, when you first do it, it can be scary. So before you learned how to ride a bike, it didn't mean you couldn't ride a bike. Before you learned how to swim, it didn't mean that you couldn't swim. And so if you can read and you can write, you can journal. And I'd like to help you get started on that. So if you don't already have a pencil and paper or a journal handy, you could go ahead and stop the video and grab that. But that's the purpose of this video, is for us to journal together. I'm Julie with J&B Living, and I created the J&B Living Journals, and I love sharing here on my channel tips and ideas to help people create lives to help you create a life well lived through the practice of intentional living. And a big part of that for me is journaling. And I'm really super passionate about it. And that's why I'd like to share a little bit about it with you and share the experience with you, particularly if a blank page is not something easy for you to approach. So get cozy and we'll begin journaling together. So we're just going to journal about two different things tonight, and you can journal about these kind of things all the time. The first one in particular is one that's really easy to use when you just get started with the practice of journaling. I use it quite often, and it's really, really helpful to me at the end of the day, particularly if I'd had a really busy day and my mind is still like racing full of thoughts and I really needed to calm down. And I call this method, and actually I can't take credit for it because I've learned this from an Ayurvedic practitioner that I've got a lot of wonderful information from, Paige Pierman from Love Yourself, which is now Holds Tech. And this particular journaling exercise is called Digesting Your Day. And so we'll begin with writing down what happened today. What did you consume today? And I'm going to go ahead and journal with you. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down in my journal. If when I get done, you find you need more time, simply just pause your video and then you can jump back in as soon as you're ready to continue. So we'll start with really just writing down what we consumed today. What did we take into our energy, into our bodies? What did we do? Like, what happened to us today? What did we do? What did we bring in to our space? So we'll start there. next part of this exercise, after you have written down what came into your day, what came into your space, next is what did you assimilate? So what did you take into your body and like to digest? So we're talking about digesting your day here. So you take it into your body, and what did, in this case, it's kind of like, what did you learn from it? How did it change you? That type of thing. So that's the next piece of it. So you wrote down what you brought in, what happened to you today. Now, how did it impact you, if you will? And then the last part of this exercise is, now that we've talked about what you brought in, what happened during your day, what you learned and how it impacted you, now what do you want to release, let go? What do you want to eliminate? So as part of the digestion process, what do you want to eliminate now? And what do you need to like keep for tomorrow? So, or for later on. So thinking about what you can let go of. So that's a simple, easy journaling prompt that you can use every day, or series of journal prompts, thinking about how you digest your day. What did you take in, bring into your day? What did you do with it? How did it impact you? And then what are you ready to eliminate versus keep and hold on to? Another journal prompt that I like to use is one for when I'm trying to accomplish something, or when I intend to do something and didn't go as planned, or I'm not following through on my intentions, if you will. So quite often there are things that I want to do, and at the end of the day, they didn't happen. Sometimes repetitively. And so journaling can be really helpful for me to kind of dial in closer on why things aren't working that way in terms of what I want to do, and then as a result, what I can change. So the first question I like to ask myself for this in my journal is to describe and just ask the question, why didn't I follow through on this particular intention? So maybe if you are continuing with me here, think about something that you wanted to do today, or that you've been wanting to do for a while and you just haven't been following through on it. And then ask yourself the question why you're not, and see what answers come to you, and write anything that you come up with in your brain. Write that in your journal or on your paper. Then the second question that you want to ask yourself, once you have exhausted all the reasons why you think you might not have followed through, is what is one thing at least that you can do differently to help yourself follow through the next time, if you will. So what is one or more things that you can do differently? last part of this is, what is at least one way that I can help hold myself accountable to follow through? So hope that you have found this time together something helpful to you. If you have, drop me a note in the comments. We can try other journal together sessions. I can share with you some different prompts as well. And together, hopefully, I can help you develop a love for journaling and be able to have it help you as much in your life as it does in mine. So with that, have a wonderful, lovely evening or rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.